Let me get that bracket in chat before we load in.
Ah,
Game one of Prion Terraces, which is NethuNe versus Nistic. Wow, game one of Prion Terraces. We've gone to this map. We've made this map only for this matchup. Mm, mm. Yeah, that banana was good.
ah. Okay, fixed it. We're good. If you guys like, make sure you do that exclamation point bracket in chat, and you can see our bracket. We're coming up onto our round of 8, our quarterfinals. So right now we are about to do. What are we about to do?
NethuNe versus Nistic, which
Awesome. Is our
drum roll,
round of
please.
8. So we are in our quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. Quarterfinals,
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen, of the Week 1 Filthy Rake North America Cup. As we jump into the game, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Of course, big shout outs to Damon Knight from Sidestone Gaming. He is the one that is in charge of this. He is the one that is funding this himself. So, as you jump into our first quarterfinals, it is spawning in our bottom right, our green Protoss player. It is NethuNe. Oh, yeah, NethuNe.
And his opponent, who's going to most likely get forgated, it is the Blue
Again.
Zerg player representing Team Ascension. It is Nistic. No, man, NethuNe's dirty. He opens it up with what? Good luck, have fun, sir. 'Tis a pleasure. And he forgated our last Zerg player in the last best of 3 we casted. Probe of NethuNe. He was
Oh.
so confident. But Nistic, Nistic.
Look at this.
with
Look at this.
beautiful scouting pattern.
Look at that perfect scouting pattern. That is just too good. You cannot predict that any
Oh,
better.
yeah, NethuNe, Forgate, but Nistic opening up on 1 base 2. He would be going hatch gas pool on the next supply. And looks like he's going to take the gold. Oh, but he sees it. There's the spawning pool. I like the gold only because it makes NethuNe have to now think, do I commit my zealots to the gold or the main? And this gives the opportunity of Nistic maybe loses main to go down to his gold, but if NethuNe focuses down the gold of Nistic, then he's got opportunity as main. So basically he's giving him a target and providing just a little bit extra time for himself, kind of counterintuitively. His build times out perfectly to get queens anyways when the hatches pop, even without the gold base, or with the gold base there.
Yeah, so we do see a zealot being chrono boosted, 2 zealots being chrono boosted, or 1, I think is how you want to refer to it as. And we're going to see 4 gates, and just pretty much the same opening as we saw before when NethuNe faced against Pluto. I mean, this is a very standard build, it seems like, from NethuNe. And we do see a spine in the base, we do see a queen coming out, and 6 lings. Those lings are going to have the speed upgrade eventually as well. I believe he took the, yeah, so he has gas. He is going to be mining gas, so he will be able to get that speed upgrade eventually. We do see 2 zealots, 3 zealots, and almost that 4th zealot coming in. It's going to go straight for the main base. We got 6 lings going to try to do their best to defend this.
Unlike the last time we casted this, a spine is here to defend. A queen is only a few seconds away. There's also a queen at that natural base, and there is a total of 8 lings out of the map. We'll see zealots surrounding the queen. Oh, the lings a little bit too scared, not quite moving in just yet. The spine is down though, which will be able to box out, keep these zealots at bay for a little while. And I've seen players defend 4 gates on this map. I've seen this exact situation happen before. I think overall, Nistic is going to barely hold, maybe lose that gold, but overall he's got a lot of lings out, and I think he's going to be okay.
Now, so if I was NethuNe, or excuse me,
Beautiful
Nistic,
defense.
I would just send my lings all the way across the map right now.
Oh, yep, that's what he's going to do. I think after defending the natural base, that's when I've seen the Zergs win, when that's the decision they have made. The natural base may be a weight around Nistic's neck, but NethuNe is thinking about targeting it down. There's so many zealots, it's hard to engage without an extra queen, which I'd love to see Nistic get if he can afford it. But for now, speed is what, 10-15 seconds away, a little bit delayed than normal. But I think he can do damage with it. He's moving out across the map, and man, Nistic knows about this, what's happening. NethuNe knows about it, and I don't think either player can do anything to defend.
Yep, so he does engage a little bit of the zealots. The spine's about to finish, but I think their speed's upgrade. I would just run across the map. I would head home. I would head to NethuNe's
okay.
base.
He's barely going to be okay with the zealots, all very low health, hitting that natural base. He wants to keep it alive, and he's got to be careful, though, as you're mentioning, Draven. He cannot lose everything right here. And oh, barely getting out. 14 more lings, though, are on the way. And with another round coming out from NethuNe, I'd agree, Draven. I think he needed to go out across on the other side of the map, kill as many workers as he can, and then pull back. With these fresh zealots, though, I don't know if Nistic can defend.
And so he's going to try to stop this production, but like I said, he just should go across the map and start attacking probes. There's nothing at home. That's what he's doing. He's going to head back home, and look, there's nothing here for NethuNe. There's no defense.
Oh,
yeah,
no, NethuNe pulls Zealots back a little bit to deal with it. That's going to give Nistic even more time to do this. Now Nistic is going for the pylons of NethuNe.
Yep.
This is going from great for NethuNe to worse and worse and worse.
Yep. So there's nothing that NethuNe can do for this. Like, he's going to lose all his base. So his thing right now is he can just get enough units, defend these 4 gates, and just keep harassing Nistic's base. But I don't think he's going to be able to. There's just too much here.
1 probe left, and the 1 probe is gone. There is 0 probes for NethuNe. He only has 20 minerals back at home. What he has out on the map is the last of what he has. Lings of Nistic over on NethuNe's side of the map. Take some damage. You're going to pull back now. And now for NethuNe, pardon me, Nistic. He's got 17 workers, 600 minerals a minute. He's just to pump Marines, or pardon me, not Marines, Lings like a madman to hold. NethuNe has 12 Zealots versus 21 Lings and the 1 Queen of Nistic. Nistic throws on 2 more Spines. Love to see Nistic go for an extra Queen. And right here, if he pulls everything, he can win, but he just needs to have 1 drone survive.
Yep. So the drones are just going to move across the map, which is good because he knows.
The Queen's gone. No. Oh. And now we only have 244 minerals. That means there's not enough for an extra hatch around on the other side. Zealots will go down. Another big influx of Lings will reinforce their 24 Lings. Spines are providing a little bit of extra time for NethuNe and Nistic, but Nistic maybe he's got the surround, and there is the surround, ladies and gentlemen. Nistic with a beautiful defense. There it is. GG. Well played. Well played. Nistic takes the first game at 1-0.
Wow, that was incredible. Like, Nistic had it, I think he should have sent his Lings way sooner, but I mean, it pulled off. He did what he needed to do in the end. And so game 1 goes to Nistic, and that was just incredible. NethuNe, that 4-gate got scouted, and he almost won, even though it was scouted like from the get-go. He still almost won with it. So I'm super excited. We saw NethuNe do it before, won last time he did before too as well.
GG, well played. That's the first time we've seen NethuNe's 4-gate be shut down. Nistic defends 1. I've seen that exact scenario pan out on Preon Terraces before. I don't know what map game 2 is, but let me just get up that challenge bracket so I can update everybody in the lovely chat. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Please, 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 if you can, I really mean this, follow below Filthy Rake. Filthy Rake provides the $100 that is 75 first place, 25 second place, for all of these players to be able to play. And I have money from the North American scene, so props to Filthy Rake. Check out, I think his Twitter is most likely below, but I'm going to look it up on Twitter just so I can tell you guys to please follow below. And let me look up Filthy Rake. It is, oh come on, maybe it's just Damon Knight. It is Damon Knight on Twitter, because he is not a Filthy Rake in real person life. He is somewhat of a Damon Knight, which is also a cool name. And I had someone come up to me and say, Damon Knight and Filthy Rake, they're hosting a tournament? And I said, yeah, they are. Same person, though. And they're like, wait, what? We thought Damon Knight was an alternate ID. It's just such a cool name.
Alright, so I do hear that invite. Did I hear that? Nope.
I heard the invite, and I accepted.
It was canceled. Oh, well, have him invite me again, because apparently I've been denied. I did something wrong.
Hit deny. At the moment, we are in the round of 8. In the round of 8, we have Nistic versus NethuNe. Vermus SC2, Intense, Penguin, and Volts. Volts just went 2-0 versus Penguin, and Volts has the opportunity to face Intense or Psystorm Gaming's Migraine. So right now, though, in the round of 4, take back what I was saying. Is that the round of 4 or the...
Round of 4 is quarterfinals. Round of 4 is technically round of 8, however you want to word it.
Yeah, no, it's round of 8. Yeah, that's weird. I get what you're saying. It's round of 4 matches, but 8 players.
Okie dokie. And yes, for people asking in chat, not to sound like an egotistical maniac, but I am a model, and there is a website that I linked, but Nightbot banned me for 30 seconds for linking it. So I did model once.
Let me model you, bro. Bro, just model on camera right now. Give us blue lighting.
Blue lighting or blue steel? Blue steel?
Oh, blue steel, pardon me, blue steel. Blue steel. Oh, dang. That's good. That was blue
I was
steel.
just watching that movie last night, too, man. I was dying. That movie's...
Man, yeah,
so, funny story about that movie, because, as we're jumping into the game hasn't started yet. Funny story about that movie, lobby, ref, me, please, is that the first time I ever saw that movie. First time I ever saw the movie, I thought it was the dumbest movie known to man, and so I didn't enjoy it. And then I had to watch it again like 6 months later, and then I died. Thought it was the funniest movie. Now I think that movie's funny. I don't know why I didn't find it funny the first time, but holy smokes, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie, and you are truly a model. I always find it funny when I'm friends on Facebook with people in StarCraft, because like with you, I'm like, whoa, this guy with all the photos. This is intense. This is crazy. He's
Well,
legitimately serious. Like, this is awesome.
so well, the funny thing is, so Archon Clothing is a t-shirt company that's here in Orange County that a buddy of
And it's
mine.
StarCraft.
Yeah, that well, see, he made it way before StarCraft 2 even came out. So Harkon, it was more like a throwback to the '80s arcade game. Um, so Archon, we didn't. I said lose pick before game. No, you didn't. Okay, they're just.
Sorry. Basically, right now they're having some issues because they were accidentally doing losers pick before. Do ABAB. All right. Damon says ABAB. Guys, Archon is awesome. Please check out Archon. But right now, just a quick plug, of course. Follow below if you can. Filthy Rake. Follow the Filthy Rake because this is the Filthy Rake Weekly. It's going to be happening every single week. Draven and I will be casting and having fun.
Okay, as we get this, sorry, I'm just taking a quick look at these brackets again. So, as we know, so round of 8, the quarterfinals is Nistic and NethuNe. That's what we're currently watching. We have Practice and Entropy StarCraft. They are doing their round of 16. We're going to get a winner for that. Didozo and Verum StarCraft takes it 2-0. We move on to the round of 8. Migraine and Zendor fighting in that round of 16 to move on to the round of 8 against Intensu 2 no regrets. We got Penguin StarCraft and Volts. Volts beats Penguin StarCraft 2-0. So we have a first semifinalist, ladies and gentlemen, Volts. I'm super stoked for these matches, man. So far, these matches have been so great.
Incredibly great. They have been awesome. And of course, guys, please thank you to Draven. I'm going to hit exclamation point casters, but more importantly, you should check out Draven because he's a lovely fellow. We're going to have another best of 3 coming up relatively shortly. The finals will be a best of 5, and that best of 5 is a cutthroat finals for $75 first place and 25 second. There is a lot of money on the line and 120 OSC points, and 120 OSC points is, to be quite frank, a lot of OSC points. If you check out sc2online.com, you can see if you get 120 OSC points, you are in the top 6 OSC players, and that gives you the opportunity to maybe participate in the OSC Championship, which is $5,000. And overall this year, the OSC wants to give out $100,000 of stuff. So really, if you play in this tournament, you are putting yourself one step ahead of everyone else to getting actual money, getting money in StarCraft, which is pretty much what we want to do, but it's pretty dang hard. It is pretty darn hard.
Yeah, all that dirty esports money, I would love to freaking have. Dirty esports money. Well, just do what I did and start working for an esports company, and then you get paid weekly, or normally I should say, and it's like semi-dirty esport related. It's awesome.
For me, it's not about having all the dirty esports money. It's about making $1, and no, it's about eating food. If I can eat food with the money I get and live in a small apartment, I would be very content with that.
Food is always important,
ladies and gentlemen. Towers. Food is always what? Sorry,
food is always important.
Food is important, yet I think StarCraft is more important. Let's be honest. Let's be really honest right here.
Alright, so we're going to game number 2. This is going to be on Dusk Towers. Let's jump right into the game. So it is a wrong button. Alright, so I'm just making sure that I have it. There we go. So spawning in our top right position, it is our yellow Protoss player. He is down a game in this best of 3. He's fighting for the semifinals. This is NethuNe. Oh, what's the the crowd goes wild. Oh, yeah.
I guess he deserves the failed 4-gate. His 4-gate has worked in 2 previous matches. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Green Zerg player representing Team Ascension. It is Nistic.
Ah, yeah.
Team Ascension, Psystorm, and Rival Gaming are phenomenal community pillars at the moment in the North American community. So props to them. Props to Psystorm, of course, for also making this happen. And Draven, you're on Storm, so you can just give him props all day, bro.
Oh yes, yes, they've been very good to me, and I've been enjoying being able to cast a lot of the games and seeing this team develop. And we've got so many great things coming up for 2016. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, Filthy Rick, the guy that has started funded this tournament himself, just released an interview that he did about an hour long. Just about the future of Storm Gaming. If you guys want to check it out on YouTube, it is Filthy Rick interview about Storm Gaming. I'm not too sure if that's the exact title, but look on YouTube, you will find it. Great insight of what's going on for 2016. Super excited for everything that's going on. We got DreamHack coming up as well. So it looks like NethuNe wants to see if this ticket will take the third base, but it doesn't seem like he has any desire to do so just yet.
You do often see Zergs in this situation. Nistic take that third base as their natural, so they have the secured pocket base later to expand to and don't have to worry about a pylon or a probe denying them from there. Overall, though, both players are playing very safely and carefully in Game 2. NethuNe is one game away from defeat, and Nistic is one game away from victory and moving on to the round of 4 players. That is the semifinals.
Yeah, I was super excited if Nistic does pull this off. I mean, like you said, both players are playing it super safe and just like a standard build, and I really just want to see a really great ZVP matchup, because I've seen so far everything has been very wonky or very one-sided. But you know, so far nothing too extreme. No hidden Stargates yet. Looks like Nistic is going to go for that third base. So a quick third, and actually NethuNe pulls his probe away, so he doesn't see this. So I wonder how long it's going to take him to realize that Nistic is going to be on 3 bases.
Well, with Nistic playing it safe, he did open up with 2 lings to be able to shove that probe back and 4 more. Gotta be so careful about the adept pushes. Back at home for NethuNe. NethuNe is also on double gas, which at first I say, Drenok, he's going Stargate. That's really popular in ZVP, but no. It'll be a robotics facility. Off one gate, we have some adepts, and I guess going for an early drop with that. You could even see some crazy type things with Sun Immortal all in. But for now, both adepts moving out, being aggressive. We'll see where NethuNe goes with this next. We need to have a big swell of lings to be able to hold this. Generally, we see 10 to 12 lings on the defense of Zerg to hold these early 2 adepts, especially with a quick third base, as you mentioned, Draven.
Yeah, so these adepts are actually going to see this third base. So NethuNe needs to know that he's like, okay, I need to put on pressure now while he's behind, because he spent those 300 resources on a base and not units. But we do see a good amount of lings that once speed finishes like they do.
Is done.
The speed's done, so these lings are going to hold this, and there goes the adepts. There's nothing they're going to be able to do. So this got stopped. So he wasn't able to scout. I'm pretty sure he saw that base, but now we have a swell of lings, like you said before, coming across the map. We do see an observer. That was that robotics facility was for. We see 2 observers. We see another one in production as well.
As you said, he did not spot that natural base. With the adept push, he does see the natural base. So at first I say, well, if you're going for scouting, why not get a Stargate? This is an incredibly unique build from NethuNe. I'm very, very curious to see what will happen. But Nistic pulls back after seeing those 2 adepts. He knows, okay, you either have a Warp Prism on my side of the map or a Stargate, but it's neither. NethuNe, honestly, this is probably the safest you could possibly be against a Zerg in this situation.
Yeah, and so it was very interesting. I forget who the Zerg player is, but there's a Zerg player, or except not a Zerg player, a Protoss player, that is convinced that you need at least 5 observers at all times. And so we did actually see there's 2 observers on this map. There's
Having that
3.
amount of observers, you can not only shut down drops into your bases, but also have vision on the other side of the map. So I do like those 5 observers, but NethuNe could have executed a much quicker Warp Prism drop if he did not go for those 5 observers. We'll see if any gates finish up right on time when that happens. No, there's only 1 gate. NethuNe might get an Immortal off the back of this. He's got 2 more gates on, but Nistic is compiling a great army. The Observer just died with the Spore, 2 Evo Chambers, and Nistic wants to play a big old macro game, but NethuNe does not want to allow him to get into that position. NethuNe also takes the 3rd Nexus. A little bit dicey, but with the Warp Prism, he hopefully should be able to keep Nistic back on his side of the map.
Yeah, so this Warp Prism is going to come out. It's going to be completely unspotted until it gets into the main base of Nistic. So we'll see how Nistic responds to it. He does have a Queen, but it's kind of out of position. So I believe that these adepts are going to get some pretty good hits coming out of it here. So here it comes. So we do see Lings going across the map. So kind of both attacking at the same time. And he gets the Adepts in, and then he's going to start attacking, and then he's going to see if he's going to warp him in or just going to keep him. Doesn't seem like
we'll see if the unorthodox attack can achieve damage. Looks like for now the Adepts get themselves into a beautiful position on the middle line, but on the other side of the map, we have 2 Stalkers, 2 Sentries, and the Lings doing the exact same thing. We'll be able to pick up 2 kills. Overall, those 2 Lings did more damage than NethuNe has been able to achieve so far with the Queen out and the Roaches. Basically, NethuNe's Warp Prism has to meander on home. It's going to be, though, charge and more Zealots for NethuNe. I have a feeling he's going to try to keep going with the Warp Prism attacks and then wait up to accumulate an army at the third and go for it. NethuNe does not want to make this go into a long macro game. Really quick, Templar Archives, too. This is a very unique build from NethuNe.
And he almost loses this Warp Prism. He did try to drop the Adepts to stop the creep spread, but if you look at this creep spread, it's almost halfway across the map. And NethuNe hasn't been able to stop this or do anything about it. He does have an observer. He will be able to eventually pick it off. So this Warp Person goes back. And it looks like he's going to try to go for a second attack. But there's a Spore Colony there, so it's, you know, he's definitely going to stop that. Spore Crawler, excuse me.
Just to note, with that creep spread, it's so important on Dusk Towers, mainly because if you're not going with drops to get from the left to right side of the map, there is a choke point in the middle. Securing that 4th pocket base for Nistic, it's even easier to see it. Looks like NethuNe is a nice Archon army. He's got some Mortals, got some Zealot. You got that Archon Zealot Immortal, which I really love. And here is the next drop with charge done. I'd almost go with some Zealots, but, you know, Adepts, 2-shotting drones. Looks like they're going to have a much easier foothold into the main base this time, unlike the last one. But Roach Ravager's going to be here, and how many kills they managed to pick up? 4 or 5.
So those Adepts are just being super annoying and just keeping the army back. Nistic has to keep defending for this. He does build 2 more crawlers from this. I'm assuming the drones were damaged and he did to save them, but it looks like he's going to let them finish too. I mean, there's no point, you definitely need to have more defenses. I mean, you don't want to keep using your army for that. You want to have that aggressiveness back. But as you see that, Nistic is taking his 4th base with his Ravager Roads speed push, and that creep spread is just ridiculous at the moment. We do see Army kind of getting moved back from NethuNe, and he's going to try to take his 4th, and there he goes, takes his 4th. And so far, pretty defensive plays from both players.
As we were mentioning, Nistic is up 1-0, and both players playing really safely on Dusk Towers. As you were mentioning again, that creep spread is beautiful. Even though it's a big alleyway, there's only one alleyway to get to the east to west side of Dusk Towers in the middle of the map. Oh, we have another drop on the way, but Nistic, he has enough Roaches and Ravagers all across the map, a superfluous amount to be able to defend these attacks. And Lurker Den is up next for him. I'm liking this. We're seeing Lurker Den more and more. For a while, it was only Roach Ravager, and you can execute really good timing attacks into the 3rd base of the Protoss, especially on Dusk Towers. We saw that in GSL just in the past couple days of it. Some phenomenal 5-minute, or more like 6 to 7 minute Roach Ravager attacks from Zerg, but Nistic is not doing that. He's playing it super safe, going to Lurker Den, which we see more and more, and I'm liking it. He just has total control of the map. Creep is great.
And also as well, NethuNe did send in those hallucinated phoenixes, was able to scout the Lurker Den, and so he's doing this quite interesting thing. So Lurkers can burrow on top of this cliff and actually have range of this mineral line, as I'm observing. So what NethuNe did, he actually put a pylon up there so that he could photon overcharge anything that goes up there. So that actually is a great way to get vision. But there's a huge Archon and Mortal push coming. We do see an observer in this, got a couple sentries and charge lots. As you were saying, he's clearing up all this creep. But we'll see what he's going to be able to do. He doesn't have any lurkers yet.
And here we go, and a fantastic concave for Nistic, but also NethuNe has a lot of Archons, which will be able to take a brunt of the attack of this Roach Hydra Ravager, force alive the Immortals to do damage, but the concave is just amazing for Nistic. For a long time, NethuNe cleaned up creep, went on to creep, and that allowed Nistic to prepare exactly what he needed. Just FYI, Resonating Glaives hit as that attack happened for NethuNe, yet there was no Adepts. He's now got 1-1 charge lots versus the 2-2 Roach Hydra. In Nistic, with the defender's advantage, with creep spread, is still able to see the army reinforcing across the map, but we have the counterattack. NethuNe attempting to pull Nistic out of position and get a more superior concave. Looks like in the 3rd base, Nistic is able to hold, while at the 4th, it's starting to wane just a little bit, but with the reinforcements from the 3rd, able to come in, and
the Mothership Core gets sniped in mid-recall! Wow!
It's so funny because I think about that and I've never seen that happen. I've always seen it get out of there and the casters are, oh, can he get away? Can he get away? And that was one of the first times, man, Nistic takes it out. The Immortals cannot get home and NethuNe shut down Nistic. 2-0, moves on to the round of 4 players. My oh my, Draven, that was a beautiful showing from Nistic.